Welcome back to WSAV News 3 today at 11. Everyone and everything has a story. Some conjure up memories of days gone by. Others reflect untold history that should be preserved for generations to come. That is why the City of Savannah Municipal Archives Department is continuing its Your Savannah Story campaign. Luciana Spraker is the City of Savannah's Archives and History Officer. She joins us now with more. Thank you so much for coming back and always enlightening us about the place where we call home.
Yeah, well, and I'm really glad to be here again because this is the story of Savannah is the story of everyone, and we really need everyone to help us preserve it and tell that story.
Yeah, and Savannah is such an enchanting place. You know, it was Georgia's first city in the 13th colony's original capital. So there's so much history still to be uncovered and so many stories to be told. And we were talking during the break, this is an ongoing campaign. It never ends.
It never ends because we are making history every day still. So, you know, even if we were going to say, oh, you know, we're only doing the past, we're not. We're trying to capture all that's being made and created today. And also, you know, we don't want to just talk to our elders, we want to talk to our youth. What are they seeing today that in 100 years we're going to be like, ooh, what was Savannah in 2026? So I think it's really important to get all those different perspectives and all those different layers of history and all those different voices at the table.
How did this initiative come about?
Oh gosh, you know, I think we started back in 2016 when we were looking at building the arena on the west side and knowing, you know, that was going to, you know, change things over there, and looking at what we had in our collections and realizing we didn't have all the stories. Yeah. And then it just grew from there, you know, really from people coming forward and being like, we want you to have our neighborhood, our community, our organization represented in the archives and have a place where people can go and find that history.
So this coming session is for everyone. I mean, and sometimes you go neighborhood by neighborhood, but you're inviting everyone to come in.
Yeah, this year we started doing what we're calling memory collection drop-in days. This is our second this year. We'll have a total of 4. So this Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. anybody can come and drop in. Doesn't matter where they live within the city of Savannah, but if you've got a photograph or a story, or you want to sit for an oral history, anything you'd like to share with us, we'll be digitizing items. You don't have to give them to us. We'll digitize them. You can take them home. You want to tell us a story or about an important person in your community or an organization that needs to be documented. This is an opportunity to come drop in and share that with us so we can make sure that it's documented and preserved, and it'll be there for future generations to learn about.
So I don't want to put you on the spot, but I know you've heard a lot of these stories. What comes to mind? What is one of the most amazing stories so far that you've heard? I know.
You are putting me on the spot. You know, I think sometimes it's not the big stories, it's the little stories. We were out in, oh gosh, and I'm going to blank on the name of the neighborhood, which is terrible. But people a lot of times tell you the big names, the buildings that people are named after people, big leaders. And I asked a woman, well, tell me about some of the ladies in the neighborhood. And the woman talked about the lady who braided everybody's hair and how important it was for her to have somebody who knew how to do her hair. And that was one of the most special stories that we heard in that week. And it was just knowing the right question to ask to elicit that story, because everybody else that week was talking about sort of the big leaders who we'd already heard about, who already had things named for them. And this woman made such a difference in her life.
Yeah. So we're taking a look at some pictures of old Savannah, days gone by. So what is this?
Oh, that's a postcard from the Great Savannah Races, which, you know, we had races between 1908, 1911, 1912, which impacted actually the development of a lot of our streets in Savannah, going out like Victory, Water, Skidaway Road. We're looking at different development maps and things, so people can bring in photographs, they can bring in brochures, they can bring in church newsletters and things like that, things about events or dedications. We've had people bring in scrapbooks. We've had garden club scrapbooks that come in that really talk about community and improvement projects. Those are really exciting. We've had people bring in building plans that capture like the development of neighborhoods. Obviously we're seeing a lot of postcards. In our last drop-in day, we had a gentleman out from Coffee Bluff bring in photographs from the Coffee Bluff, White Bluff area that really show the development of that African-American Gullah Geechee community that were lovely. And he happened to be a former retired Savannah firefighter, so he was also having images that sort of reflected his experience as a city employee. That was really a lot of fun as well. So, we're looking for all sorts of voices and experiences. And when we think about community, it's not always neighborhoods. It's about how community can be defined by being part of a religious community, a dance community. Maybe it's about music or being part of the LGBT community. Community is what makes you feel like you're part of something in Savannah.
Yeah, and we also know that this is family reunion season, the summertime, so people get together anyway and they have these discussions and they bring out the scrapbooks, and so now's a good time, perfect week to stop by. And the good thing is they don't have to worry about giving you anything that's personal because you scan.
We'll scan it, yeah, and we're also looking for stories. So even if you don't have the physical items, the stories, the memories, come and talk to us. If you can't talk to us, maybe you moved away or it's hard for you to get out and come downtown. We have a portal, savannahga.gov/yourstory. You can do all that online or give us a call. We're happy to kind of work with you remotely as well, because it's the content that's important. It's the information. You keep your items. We just want to help preserve it for everyone else to learn from.
So the first drop-in day is this week, this Wednesday, as a matter of fact, 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at the Archives and History Room at City Hall, but you have remaining sessions as well.
Right, we're going to do October 8th and December 8th as well, and then again we have that online portal, savannahga.gov/yourhistory.
Okay, and final question, Jeffrey, I promise. Where can people see this right now? Because they are able to see it.
That's right. As we get everything processed and available, it's on our website at savannahga.gov/collections. So you'll be able to then find it by the different neighborhood names and organizational names.
All right, Luciana, thank you so much.
Thank you
for joining us today. You can see this interview again with Luciana and visit our website at any time for more information by going to wsav.com/community corner.